You're the first one in Beauman to get married.
You're getting married.
I can't believe you're getting married.
You're finally getting married.
Who would have saw that coming?
And now you get to live with a boy that's not Wes.
It's gonna be a huge change for you. Now you have to live with a boy.
I'm so excited for you and Rex.
I know that we've been anticipating it for so long, but I just can't believe it's so soon.
I feel like we've been talking about this since second year or first year.
I mean, you've been thinking about this since first year, and you're like pseudo engaged in second year, and you've practically been planning this since third year. So congratulations on making it.
Hooray for sticking it out in the basement together to the almost end. Although I didn't know that I would get another half of the room floor mate fighting over the washroom and kitchen.
I remember how Rex had his own little name tag, and it would always be at Beauman.
There would be a Rex here and a Rexagon, and you know what? There's no such thing as a Rexagon.
I remember that you used to climb all over Rex in the stairway, literally climb on him like a monkey, which I always thought was pretty impressive, actually.
I remember one time I ran into your room screaming in the morning, but instead of you being there, it was Rex, and he just stared at me and I stared at him. And I walked out awkwardly and never spoke of that moment again.
I remember when you used to text me like, hey guys, hope you're having a good day. Rex is coming over. If that's okay, let me know. And then it slowly evolved to, hey guys, Rex is coming over, to Rex is coming over, to, oh hey, you know, it's Rex's shoes, it's Rex's car, it's Rex. It was really funny.
The first time we met was that I was on the bench in the quad. It was during welcome week. You came to sit beside me and you were like, hey, I didn't know you were coming here. And I was like, who's this girl? I hope you remember that because it was very awkward, just like me. So, who knew 4 years later I'll be going to your wedding? I think that's pretty amazing.
So I remember when I used to live in the basement because we were the OG basement girls. And I would sometimes walk into the shower after you had showered. There'd be this massive clump of wet hair just plastered onto the wall behind me, and it kind of looked like a really big spider.
It wasn't too long ago when we were in first year DG together, and you would come in week after week and update us about the status of your budding relationship with Rex, and tell us about the unconventional and questionable thing that you two did together, like that kissing, tisk, and you prayed more than once that God would slap him in the face, and I guess God did give him a good slapping, because look where you two ended up.
I remember when I first moved into Beauman, and I was just doing my homework, and I would look down, and I'd be like, why is the floor burping? And then I realized it's probably Cass and Rex or somebody.
So I remember the time when you told me that the Diva Cup was the best thing in your life. Well, on your advice, I tried it, and it was probably the worst experience of my life. And I will remember not to take advice from you.
In Beauman, you used to harass Sharon and Rebecca all the time in their bed. I used to just sit in their chairs and just watch everything happen. So anyway.
And I also remember when Rebecca and I used to wonder what this white kind of like dried up moldy clump of thing was in the corner of the shower, and turns out that it was your molding soap. You never threw it out.
I remember back to this day in the fall in first year, when you're really angsty that day, and I didn't really know why. And then we were walking back to head in, and we got to the foresty part, well, mildly foresty, and you finally just said, I just want to hold his hand. And that's when I realized that you had a thing for Rex. And after that, you proceeded to reel him in fairly quickly with the now infamous kiss.
You took your hands and you did the kissing motion.
I clearly remember vividly.
And this kiss even has its own tagline.
Aww.
And I think it had to do with a certain Harry Potter house. Slytherin.
So you guys made sure to tell us every detail.
You both were sitting in a dark room watching a movie alone. and you kind of seemed like you were pretending like you didn't know what was gonna happen. You're in a dark room alone. It's gonna happen.
I think the best reaction goes to Chris. It was hilarious. We were at committee retreat and you told the story. He just had like, oh my gosh. But in honesty, you guys are a great couple, and I think we can all attest to that after, you know, seeing you guys evolve after 3 years.
I want to thank you for being such an awesome housemate and sister in Christ for these past 4 years, and being able to almost watch how your relationship with Rex started in first year and how it basically ended up to engagement at the beginning of 4th year, and how you actually are getting married now. It's been such a privilege and such a blessing to experience.
I'm super thankful for the friendships that we have, and the deep talks and the fun times, and even the hugs. I think your physical abuse, though, was enough to make you a criminal, but I know that it all comes out of your abundant and overflowing love, or just your raging heart.
I wish you all the best. Remember that Christ is the center of your relationship, so I pray for you guys that you would continue to be able to shine Christ's light as a couple now to whoever you meet. And
I know you guys will be able to push each other and to inspire one another to become better people, you know, both as individuals and as a couple. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where your passions and your abilities and your work and ultimately what God's going to do through you guys.
Anyway, Cass, I'm so excited for you, for married life, for adult life, for independent life. I know that the Lord's going to do amazing things through you, and I know that you're just going to grow into this beautiful, wonderful person.
And although I wasn't thoroughly involved with you and Rex's relationship like Sharon, but I always enjoyed and really loved the fact that you guys were always down to hang out, always down to do crazy things. I hope you enjoy the last few days of owning your own bed and comforter.
I hope you enjoy the couple of weeks before your wedding, the wedding itself, and of course, married life.
Congratulations again, and I wish you all the best in married life.
I'm very excited to go to your wedding and see you walking down the aisle in that pretty white dress. See you soon.
Now remind me never to drop by your condo uninvited.